Hey guys, it's Chris here again, and I'm back with another Mark 5 GTI. Now, I picked this one up off Facebook Marketplace. Over the weekend, I was just scrolling through the internet, looking at Mark 5s, and mind you, I had looked at a few other cars and nothing really jumped out at me. But I was just scrolling past, I saw this car for sale, and it was about 30 minutes from me here in Atlanta. And I thought, hey, why don't I go have a quick look, just check it out. And all of a sudden that day I find myself buying a car, signing the title, and picking it up with a trailer. So yeah, look, we're gonna dive into this one, go through some common issues. Again, I've had a lot of Mark 5s in my time. My first car was a Mark 5 GTI, and I really think they're great cars. They're a great starter Volkswagen car. Albeit, you know, they have their issues, they have their problems, the car's getting older now. But I'm here and happy to sort of show you guys how to diagnose or look at things and what correct parts and diagnosis to go through if you run into any of these issues, which you probably will having a Mark 5. So, let's dive into it. So first of all, this is a 2008 Mark 5 GTI. It is a two-door, sunroof, manual, and cloth interior. This is my first manual Mark 5 GTI in the United States, so something a little different. And this one, engine code, usually right here. I think these are the BYP in America, which rest of world is exactly the same as a BWA, pretty much. US cars do feature this cool little sound pipe, which I kind of like, to be honest. I don't know, it's a lot of people delete these, but this adds cabin engine noise into the cabin, and I kind of like that. I don't know why, it's a bit of a weird thing, but you know, something different that most European and Australian cars and whatnot don't get. So, so basically what I did is I bought this vehicle, and the owner said that he believes the cam timing is out, belt or chain, I'm not exactly sure, he wasn't too sure. So yeah, the car has 149,000 miles, so that's over 200,000 kilometers. And the engine is run off two timing components. So we have on the left side is a timing belt, and the right side is a timing chain. The belt drives the, runs off the crankshaft, it runs all your external accessories here. It runs along the same belt line area there, although they are separate belts. Timing belt also runs the water pump on this car, and that is along this side of the engine. And this should be changed during an interval of about over here they say about 100,000 miles. I like to say about maybe 80,000 miles tops. So we have the timing belt on that side. And on this side, we have a timing chain. Now, you have two camshafts along here. And the camshafts push in onto your valves, and that's what lets the air and fuel into the engine. And the camshafts are connected here by a chain. So they run at the same time, same timing and speed. And that's then driven. So you've got a belt and cog here, which drives this camshaft. And then you have a chain, and that drives this side. So then you have them running at the same time. Now, this chain does go bad over time. They stretch, the tensioners go bad, they just wear out. So they do get rattly and noisy. Not a lot of people know about that. And it can also be from bad maintenance. So yeah, so we've had a quick look, and the owner did say that the car was running, and then he pulled the cam follower off thinking that was the issue. Cam follower, by the way, is a part between the high pressure fuel pump, which is right here, which has been removed. It's your high pressure fuel pump. And he pulled that off and it was worn, but he thought that was the issue. He took it to a shop, and the shop diagnosed as the chain or the cam or something is out, and basically replaced the engine. That's the cheapest and easiest and quickest way on these cars usually. I am hoping the fact the car is running, that maybe that the chain has maybe jumped a tooth, running bad, or maybe it's not an issue at all. Could be something completely different. My money's on the chain. That's a pretty common issue there as we've got older. So yeah, I'll quickly run you through the rest of the car though. So we've had a look at the engine, and then just looking into the interior here, we've got the cloth seats. Now these are the American seats. They're actually a wider bolster. You might see, if you're in a Mark 5 GTI anywhere else around the world, you might actually see the bolsters are a bit thinner. This is for the larger American market. So these seats do look a little different, but you know, the plaid seats are classic. 6-speed manual. We have pretty much a stock car, stock radio. We got these weird cool dial things here in the United States. Again, as I said, 149,000 miles, and the car's pretty clean. Someone replaced these door cards and they're a bit, how's it going? Headline has been done, which is fantastic, not a common issue. And yeah, the body's pretty straight for the most part. A little bit of clear coat failure. Again, that's a bit of a common issue there on red cars. But yeah, it's basically stock as a rock. So, you know, stock brakes, suspension, exhaust, pretty much the lot. So here's some of that clear coat failure we're talking about. But yeah, the car's quite straight for the most part. And yeah, it's a great little project. As you can see, currently I have a Mark 6 Jetta TDI. Fantastic car. This thing gets amazing fuel economy. I've tuned it, it goes great. I have my Mark 4 R32 and I have my 81 Volkswagen Caddy truck. So this is another little toy, also a bit of a workhorse. These cars are going to be sitting out tonight. There was an expected freeze, so stay outside. Hopefully they make it. And these old turds will stay inside for tonight. So we're going to run through some diagnosis. I'm fortunate enough to have some quality tools, such as VCDS. That is a quality aftermarket scanning tool that all the professionals use in the Volkswagen Audi scene. And I have full access, I have unlimited VINs. If you do buy a Volkswagen or a Mark 5 or really anything, VCDS in the Euro world is fantastic. It reads things very quickly, gives you a very, very accurate diagnosis most of the time, and it has access to data logging and a bunch of coding and stuff like that, which is great. So first step, buy a new car, you have no idea what's going on with it, scan it, check the fault codes, let's see what's going on. If it is timing related, I expect to see some over advanced timing faults or under advanced timing faults and whatnot. If it's something else, then we'll see. You know, it could be misfires, could be, who knows. So first thing is to scan it. The car will leak some fuel because the fuel pump has been removed. So we'll be spraying a bit of fuel there. But I'm going to leave that apart just for the moment because I'm going to see, depending on the fault codes, if I don't see any timing fault codes, so to speak, I may try and put it back together and just listen to the engine. If there is some timing fault codes, I'm going to remove the rocker cover. By the way, that gasket leaks, it's very common. And I'm going to quickly look at that timing chain. So I'm going to see if that looks okay, if it's jumped, if it's slack, floppy, whatever. We'll check that out. But first things first, the scan. So let's turn the ignition. Fuel's going to spray everywhere. Gross, that's going to be to clean up later. And I'm going to quickly check for some fault codes. Wait, alrighty, so we've got some fault codes, which is fantastic. Let's check the engine. Okay, so mass airflow sensor, we're going to see that because it's been disconnected. 238,000 kilometers, 149,000 miles. Leak in air intake system. Okay, yep, that can happen on these. Bank 1, system 2, lean at idle. Yep, okay, that can also happen. Random cylinder misfire detected. Right, interesting. So that's all the faults we got, which is promising. Odd. Let's see what else we got. We've got some ABS faults. That's all about. Probably just a low tire pressure fault. Yeah, just because the engine light's on, that's on. So really the rest of it, you know, door locks go bad on these all the time, radio. Basically anything from here down is not a big issue. ABS and engine is usually the first things to check, and if it's DSG, you also have a DSG function to check too. So yeah, that's really interesting. I was really expecting to see some cam alignment issues there. I'm tempted to put it back together and start it and check it and see how it runs. If it's good, it's good, great. If not, you know, I could be risking more engine damage. So I'm going to quickly have a think on this one, have a quick look at the engine bay and decide what I do. And go. Ooh, okay. So, good news, the cam is moving, so I don't think it's a broken chain, nor a broken belt. I have some spare coil packs and a spare PCV hose, which is broken on this car. So I'm gonna try and put it back together and see if it runs. Okay, so we are going to reassemble the high pressure fuel pump really quick. I'm going to, I guess, tape off this broken PCV hose here and just see if it starts. Okay, the high pressure fuel pump's back together. The cam timing seems to spin. I'm gonna start it. This is extremely nerve-wracking. Just need to prime the fuel system very quickly. Oh my goodness, if this thing runs, man. It runs. Alrighty. So, great news. The car runs. I'm shocked. I'm very, very happy I bought a running car. So, next step. The chain is noisy. It's rattly, it's audibly very, very noisy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to head over to FCP Euro. Guys are specialists at supplying everything European. And I'm going to look at some of their kits they have for cam chains, and I'm probably also going to go ahead and do major service on the whole car. Clearly it hasn't had the best life, you know, honestly it's not too bad for the mileage, everything's pretty good, but you know, it certainly could have had, I'm sure, a better life. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and look at ordering some major service items. It does have new coil packs in there. But I also may look at getting a set of new like Bosch German coil packs, or and some spark plugs as well. And then yeah, really just get the car running, driving, and usable. And then I'm gonna get this thing on the street, drive it, and you might see about adding a little bit of special sauce. So yeah, look, thank you for following along. I hope you guys really enjoy another Mark 5 sort of series. I'm certainly very, very excited about this, and I hope you are too. So, see you next time.